This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by the Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org. Dave Ridley here signing in for RidleyReport.com and this January 25th, 2008, Concord, New Hampshire. Just outside the State House. I'm going to be inside taking a look around, see if I can find some senators or representatives to interview about a House bill that may end up headed toward the Senate, which would decriminalize marijuana in small amounts.
Yesterday I said the Democratic Party must be smoking marijuana.
Senator, I'm standing here with Senator Jack Barnes of
Raymond, New Hampshire.
Raymond. And Senator, what's your opinion with regard to this marijuana decriminalization bill that was in hearing last week?
As long as the chiefs of police of the state of New Hampshire tell me it's no good, I'm with the chiefs of police. So I will be voting against it. Okay,
I appreciate your forthrightness on that, but you wouldn't vote against just anything they were against, would you?
I vote no. A couple of times the law enforcement community and I have been at odds on a couple of things. But when you're voting, you use your brain, you use what your constituents are telling you, but you also go to the experts that know what they're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, the 12 police chiefs that I represent in my 12 towns, they tell me that this is not a good thing for the state of New Hampshire.
Would you agree that folks have a right to disagree with your opinion on that?
Well, of course. That's why we have a two-party system. That's why I only got 60% of the vote. 40% of the people disagree with me last time.
Would you agree that folks have a right not to support your position?
Of course. Everybody has a right to their opinion. You get a right to yours, and obviously your opinion is different than mine. I can sort of sense that from what you're saying and how you're saying it. And I happen to disagree with you, but you got a right to your opinion.
Right.
And I've got a right to mine. And personally, I have a vote in the Senate when it comes over.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you didn't run for office and you're not a senator. I wish you were, because then you'd be able to express your opinion very efficiently on the floor. And I'd respect that.
I appreciate that. Do you think that folks should be required to pay taxes to support your enforcement of the marijuana laws?
Well, whatever the law is, it's got to be supported by somebody.
It sounds to me like...
That's how all laws are enforced. I mean, you can say that about every law that we pass.
Right.
So, I mean, just don't pick on that one thing, pick on every single law we pass. I mean, let's...
Oh, I do.
You're coming kind of one-sided on this issue.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in favor of the bill.
Well, of course you are.
I'm a liberty.
It didn't take me... I'm not a rocket scientist, but I could figure that one out, couldn't I?
Well, now, do you think that it's right, though, to jail people who haven't really harmed anybody, clearly?
You have to know what the case is before I could make that statement. That's kind of a blanket statement.
I think you could walk into...
I'd have to know what the circumstances were.
I think you could walk into pretty much any jail in New Hampshire and you'd find people who were there for just victimless marijuana offenses.
Well, none of my constituents have called me to ask me to bail them out because they're smoking marijuana and they've been arrested, so I haven't had that opportunity to go and do what you're talking about.
All right.
Against my constituents, if they're doing it, they haven't been caught yet, or they haven't called me to ask for help.
Well, I'm glad they haven't been caught. Well, Senator, as always, I appreciate your candor, and I'll see you soon.
Always try to tell you the way I think.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now, I should also report that I attempted to interview Senator Peter Bragdon. I don't remember where he's from, but attempted to interview him a few minutes after that last interview with Senator Barnes there. He wouldn't talk to me about it. He fled the scene, basically. So Bragdon basically, it sounds like he's against the bill, but he didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole in terms of answering the questions. This is Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com. It is said, or certainly could be said, hell hath no fury like a well-intentioned government. Well, now, I don't know how good the intentions are over here, but I can tell you that the folks at the State House in Concord, New Hampshire, are not interested in protecting your freedom for the most part. They're taking it away, piece by piece. Fortunately, unlike in most states, they're not doing it without a fight. That is in large part due to the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org. Now, if you were to go into the State House there behind me and do this, you would hit one of the members of the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance, because they're in there all over the place fighting for your freedom. They also offer free training if you want to learn the ways of the Citizen Freedom Lobby. Visit them at nhliberty.org.